I've been there. I just had $400,000 worth of jewelry. Had to sell it. They gave me 160. Smoked me.
Yeah.
I had to sell that. I was going broke. But I bounced back. God is great.
I said today, since you know how to count so good,
Yeah.
count how many years you've been broke. I was born with a body that looks like a BBL.
Right.
I think a lot of men approach me because of the idea of having me, but they don't know what to do with me.
What about them terrorists? Is that a little bit with the goddamn Trump doing, my guy?
No, terrorists worked in my favor.
The God.
Have no fear, Mr. Organik is here, and this is Organically Speaking. Now listen up. We only have one individuals in the building. Today we definitely do. A 21-year-old seven-figure earner blessing the earth with pure greatness. We got Ariel in the building. Talk to me.
What's up, Mr. Organik?
Hey, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Sipping on coconut water and shit. You know
Where's
what I mean?
my water?
Damn it, we didn't know. You want some?
Come on, you know I'm thirsty.
We know that. We know you're thirsty.
All right, it's cool,
sorry,
it's
I'm
okay.
fucking- But yeah, we get you. What you want? Coconut water? You want Celsius or you want the regular water? What you want?
You know what?
All three?
I'm ready to cook. I don't even need nothing to drink.
Fuck all that water shit.
Yeah.
Let's get to
What
it.
we
So,
need water for?
straight. You from Chi-Town too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I met you at Bosher Gym. I seen you online going crazy, and seen you in the pink. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of is that magenta? What color?
Berry. It's like a berry
Ooh,
color.
blue motherfucking sweet berry. Okay, we got sweet berry. You know what I'm saying? Beans with the red interior.
Yes.
Like, and I was like, damn, how is this girl doing this? And then to come to find out you only 21 years old. That's amazing. So let's start from the seed. How do you get into this space of being a seven-figure earner at 21?
I mean, long story short, I stuck to something. Right? I started entrepreneurship when I was 14. And people see me now like, oh, she's 21 and she's earning all of this revenue.
Right.
I've been going at it every single day of my life since I was 14 years old.
Natural born hustler.
Yeah.
And you grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
So it kind of gave you no choice but to hustle.
Yeah. No.
So what was
no
you doing at
choice.
14?
So when I was 14, I started doing hair.
Okay.
And I started selling like sunglasses and headbands. So it was a matter of two things. I actually like started two streams. So I was making wigs for people. And then I found a wholesale vendor online from China and started selling. I started getting sunglasses and I started getting like do-rags and headbands and reselling it for profit.
Oh, that's smart. People don't understand the importance of, small margins of profit
Yeah,
over time.
exactly.
And then it goes to bigger, it goes bigger by the more consumers you have. See, people are always trying to chase the most money right away or trying to go the most viral and have the most customers. When you find that middle ground of both, especially early, that's how you win, especially over time.
As long as it makes sense. But it's like some people don't even charge the right profit.
Yeah. How they don't know how to do the profit, like when it's there,
Like, if you buy it for $10, you need to be selling it for 20, 30, 40, even 50. Why are you selling it for $15? You're paying yourself $5?
Don't make no sense.
No.
Like when I first got into clothing, I needed 200%, markup.
Yeah, you charge whatever with clothes.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need my 200. Yeah, niggas be getting
Some people
over.
don't understand.
Because this all my shit. You see me, one of the ones, from the scene. You see that behind you. You know what I'm saying?
all that.
Niggas done ran with my one of the ones. I be having to reiterate that. Niggas done go on tours, use my logo. That's my shit. You know what I'm saying? Been saying this since motherfucking 12 years. You hear me? Trademark, patent, everything. You know what I mean? So anytime nigga make it with Usher, one to one song on this album, nigga, you owe me some money.
Yeah,
Little
get
baby
that.
Chris Brown. One to one's tour. I seen you.
Send them letters out.
Trademark on your funk asses. But I learned that earlier about, finding my niche and finding a profit with it. So when did you get into this realm you in now? So 14, you're doing this and that, man. Let's get to the big dog shit. Like, how do you get to this seven-figure earner shit? What got you there?
Strategy. Strategy and like, I call it massive activity.
Okay.
So everything that you do, like, go hard. Like, I go hard at every single thing that I do.
Yeah.
And I promote consistently. I market consistently. When people taking breaks, not posting for a week, I'm posting 3-4 times a day. I don't stop. I have 3,000 posts on Instagram.
Come on
I'm
now.
not stopping.
Yeah, working. You got to work.
People like, oh, every time I open my phone, I see you. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Even if you don't so I'm the same way too. I got 17,000 on mine. So man, my Instagram went down. I was down for 8 months. That shit was pain. You know what I mean? And I had to build up another one. But anyways, so people say that to me all the time. I'm like, damn, I see you on my Explorer all the time. Even if you ain't been watching it, nigga, you seen me. So that counts. So when you run into me in real life, like, damn, you're going to be interested because you didn't see me on Explorer.
Yeah.
So how important is that to flood, your content?
It's very important because if you're inconsistent, your business is going to be inconsistent, right? Your business reflects your behavior. So if you're not consistently showing up, if you're not marketing correctly, if you're not promoting, if you're not even putting effort, if you putting out whack content, if you're putting out blurry videos, if you having careless voiceovers, how do you think people are going to respond to that?
Right.
Just because you threw something out there don't mean that you're going to get sales. It don't mean that you're going to get engagement, support, whatever it is that you're looking for.
Right.
It has to make sense.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be consistent. You have to think things through.
Yeah.
I think my videos through. I think my marketing through. I think my campaigns through. I'm not just throwing stuff out there. So I think people need to take intention more seriously.
I believe so too. So speaking of campaign, what current campaigns have you used to get to that level you're at? You're a 7-figure earner. What got you there? Once again, what is the thing you do?
I help people start or scale their businesses online. So I do low ticket digital products, and mostly I sell wholesale vendors. So say you want to start a clothing brand or you want to start a hair brand and you need a supplier. I go directly to China. I go directly to Vietnam and meet the suppliers, and I test out the quality. And then once I find out it's high quality, I resell it for $10, $20, $30 all day for people who need that source to start their business. So it's like, you got to understand.
Yeah, I'm listening.
If you want to start selling this, you need a supplier.
You got to have that now.
If you want to start selling microphones, you need to go find a supplier. Like, that's the root of so many businesses.
Yeah.
So I provide those for not too much of a cost. But when people want to learn how I market, when they want to learn how I run my business and generate revenue and the content creation, I offer mentorships. And one of the biggest campaigns I've had so far was my 5-day challenge.
Dope. And what is that 5-day challenge? What did that consist of?
The 5-day challenge is literally like, we lock in for 5 days straight, morning, night. I'm teaching, special guests are teaching. We're teaching about funding. We're teaching about marketing. We teach you how to create digital products and sell digital products. Like, it's literally... It's literally like a 5-day lock-in with complete strangers, but it turns to like-minded individuals. Yeah. But the thing about my challenges, I like to bring in other mentors.
Okay.
A lot of people don't share their platform.
Right.
They don't want other people to get on their platform. They don't want to introduce their audience to other people.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm glad that I do that.
Yeah.
So if you connect with me, I'm going to connect you with everybody around me, and I'm a give you as much value and information possible.
Yeah, it's very important. It's not just one person can eat out the pot. You know what I'm saying? All you do is make a bigger pot we all can eat.
Yeah.
And that's where people fuck up at. They want to be the only one eating. You got a small.
They just want to be the only one. Like, I don't want to be the only one.
Make a gumbo. Let's everybody get some of this goulash.
Yeah.
Spread this shit around. Because the more people eat together, the more you can spread it out. So everybody ain't starving and looking at you trying to pull you down.
Yeah. So I think it's like greed. I'm not greedy. Some people are greedy or selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come on now.
They want to be the only one.
Yeah, they want to be the only
We all need to be riding business.
Yeah.
We all need to be putting up mean. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got APs with the pink face.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Why not? I seen that too. I saw you was on was that Glow J. You said it was something about you know how to get, people start their own jewelry business. Let's talk about that. That's interesting because that's a lot of stuff going around now with jewelry. People are catching on to they've been overcharged. They paying all this money. They be getting toe up. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. I just had $400,000 worth of jewelry. Had to sell it. They gave me $160. Smoked me.
Yeah.
I had to sell that shit. I was going broke. But I bounced back. God is great. But I done been there.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I paid you, nigga. I came to you, spent $400. Give me at least $3. Oh, I'm sorry, man. The price of diamonds. Nigga, what? So how can people understand the jewelry game like you did?
Okay, so when it comes to the jewelry game, I do my sourcing for wholesale suppliers, and I'm just always looking for what is it that people want.
Yeah.
And I found and tested a jewelry supplier. So I found 2 jewelry factories to where they are manufacturing watches, chains, pendants, grills, literally everything that I'm seeing these people sell. So now I'm putting two and two together.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my suppliers' videos, and I'm looking at these people calling themselves a jeweler videos, and it's the same pieces.
Same shit, nigga.
But on these people's Instagrams, they're charging $5,000, $10,000, and the suppliers are charging $500-$600. And I'm like, oh,
That's going on here.
yeah, I'm like, oh, that's what's going on.
Yeah, son of a
No
bitch.
one's selling a jewelry supplier.
Right.
So I started
So
selling
that's
that.
the difference. So like I seen a lot of those, you know, jewelry, and like once again, I'm not hating on nobody. You know what I mean? Even if a nigga got moisture knife, hey nigga, do you? You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mad at you. Save you some money, right? So if you are a person that's, you know, got the supplier and not telling nobody, I'm not even mad at you either, brother. It is what it is. You eat what you kill. But for you to skip that process and feed people this, that's a legendary feat. Because people like, it's like a magician. Like I say jewelry people, them motherfuckers are magicians. They want to hide the secret.
They're very, very secretive.
They don't want to know you pulled a rabbit.
They're secretive to the point that you don't even know that they're getting it from these suppliers.
Facts.
You think that they going in their back room and crafting you up some $60,000 pieces.
For sure.
When they're calling my suppliers saying, hey, make me a pendant that say AP. Oh, $500. Okay, $500. Go sell it in the
What
U.S.
kind of
for
accent is that? That's that Chinaman accent?
I ain't gonna say it's gonna get a source. They gotta pay for that.
Oh, they gotta pay. We're gonna tell you what country
They gonna try like, oh, I know what country that is.
Some type of Asian motherfucker. We heard the goddamn one over there. We heard that. We heard the soy sauce on the talk.
But for you, my friend,
I got you no tomato.
Yeah,
you know But yeah, people need to know because once again, it's okay. It's okay to make your money, but if you can help people make money,
that's the best.
That's the best. I feel
like. People are getting a supplier and they're starting their own jewelry businesses. They're reselling for profit, and you know they're finally getting answers.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool. It came out of nowhere because I sourced the supplier out of nowhere, but I just added it to all my other offerings, and people have been loving it.
Yeah. So you got the jewelry stuff, you got the clothing stuff. What's another thing that people could source that like as a hidden gem that people didn't know that is accessible, that's outsourced?
Something they don't. I mean, everything.
Everything though, right?
Yeah, everything can be outsourced.
I think so too.
Literally everything.
Yeah, especially. What about them tariffs? Is that fucking up some shit a little bit with the goddamn Trump doing?
No, tariffs worked in my favor.
Okay.
Because my jewelry supplier has a U.S. Location. My hair supplier has a U.S. location.
Oh, that's tough.
Clothing supplier has a U.S. location, and it's the same high quality people.
Yeah.
They just have these multiple locations. So I was able to promote my business, saying the tariffs ain't changing nothing. Come shop. We got the U.S. locations.
Oh, that's tough. Because when I first, not the first, when I went to make like large scale my clothing brand, it was coming from China, and that's when COVID happened. So like it was taking forever for my shit to come. So by the time the fall come, I'm getting my winter stuff. I mean, not winter, my summer shit. Like damn, like nigga,
we don't need that.
Right. So when you got a local, that's even better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a legendary lick right there. And you say you got the hair and all that too?
Yeah, but I mean, those just my low ticket digital products.
What's the big product?
I only charge $20, $30.
Yeah, fuck all that. What's the big shit? Let's just put the people on the big shit, man.
I mean, so my high tickets are only my mentorships.
Oh, okay.
So I do group mentorships and I do one-on-one mentorships. The group mentorships cost a little less than the one-on-one.
Yeah, of course.
Run like $10,000.
Yeah.
The group mentorship run like $5,000.
Yeah.
Price varies depending on if I do any sales, discounts, additions, bonuses. I do group trips to China. So if I add a group trip in it, that's gonna be like another ticket added. But
how's the group trip go? They going right to like, so what does the group trip entail?
We go directly to China, like Guangzhou or Qingdao, and I take them to hair factories and clothing factories to meet the suppliers and to make content for their businesses. And, you know, drop some products and position themselves as an expert. That's
legendary now, because when I'm thinking about you saying, okay, we go on a trip to China and I got my hair business, you see me at the facility with the little motherfucking egg roll making motherfuckers. I'm out there with them. You know what I'm saying? That made me look super legendary.
Exactly, but only if you play it right.
Yeah.
Only if you play it right.
And how do they play it right?
You got to have a plan. That's what I learned. I learn as I'm teaching.
Right.
You got to have a plan.
Yeah, plan is very important. Yeah. Because you can have the product all day. You can have the mindset of it all day.
And you can go wherever all day, but if you don't have a plan.
Yeah. So what's the most important part of the plan? Is it like the marketing behind it, or is it the
execution?
Content? The execution.
And what are you doing it for? What's your purpose?
Yeah.
How are you planning to serve people?
Right.
People lack having a plan.
That's true. I mean, the plan is one thing.
And the plan cannot only be to just make some money.
No,
we get it.
The plan is one thing, but if you don't see it, the initiation is always feel like the most important part of the plan. That first step is everything.
Yeah.
Thinking and all this shit, and like I said, my last episode about people always thinking so much or have these miraculous ideas. You know where all the legendary ideas and thoughts are at right now, this very moment? In the fucking ground in the grave with all them stupid, ignorant motherfuckers that was thinking, and I'm going to do it tomorrow. Your ass ain't making it tomorrow.
Yep.
If you did it yesterday, your ass
That's why I
probably
do
live.
everything now.
It's the time.
The time is always now.
Don't waste no motherfucking time. You better hit
I don't
Ariel
waste
up.
time. I don't do that.
Because what you're saying, I don't know if everybody really comprehend this shit, and I am, because I'm a business owner, and I've done these different things. I had all type of products, right? Shout out to my dog Slim right here. She's motherfucking automotive products, you know. Go wash your car with that. But I've done it all, you know, something from beard grease and goddamn shampoo. I did soap, and without a supplier, nothing. So you're giving them a supplier. There is no time to be thinking. It's time to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're doing your next like 5-day challenge thing?
My next 5-day challenge will be in probably about 6 weeks. But
Okay.
I'm about to do free master classes. I do free master classes throughout the year. So I took a pause.
Yeah.
Just to relax and reset. But I'm going back to doing my free master classes and my group trip to China. I'm doing another group trip to China this year.
Nice.
But I've decided, so, you know, start qualifying people when it comes to mentoring and when it comes to the group trips, because I want to make sure these people have a plan, and I will be able to help you make a plan. But we got to start weeding these people out.
You got to weed them out.
Because we want results. And just like Whit said, it's 50-50. When you get a mentor, it's 50-50 when you get into anything.
Right.
I'm going to give you this much, but you got to put the work in.
Yeah, it's super.
So I'm looking for people who want to put the work in.
Yeah, motherfuckers just super impulsive with their thoughts and their like initiate something, but they don't follow through. Like you give somebody the full understanding, give them a supplier and all that, and you gonna make me look bad. I don't want to just take your motherfucking money. I want you to be able to grow his shit for real.
I don't want you to pay for someone to blame.
Right. See, they motherfucker do that quick.
I don't want everybody's money.
Right.
I don't want everybody's money. That's why I'm going to qualify people. And see what type of person you are and what your work ethic is like, because it's better to not have your money than to let you pay me to have somebody to blame on what you don't have the courage to do.
Motherfucker want to quick to do that, you know, because they ain't execute. I gave you all the shit. You ain't do your part. You know, it's a 50-50 thing for sure.
If it was all about money for me, give me your money. Give me your money. Give me money. No.
I want the best situation for everybody.
Yeah.
Because the better you make somebody, the better, you know, the whole situation can grow together.
Exactly.
You know
like, we got to grow.
Yeah, it is. So China, when the last time you went there?
In March.
March. How was it?
It was amazing. Yeah, it was one of my biggest groups.
You weren't scared of monkey flu, nothing like that, goddamn?
I've been in China like 4 times already.
you ever ate dog at that moment?
I ate a cicada.
What, the big roach?
Yeah.
You ate a goddamn cockroach?
Yeah.
Well, you fried that motherfucker? I know you black.
They fried it, yeah.
I knew you fried it. You black motherfucker, you. You put some motherfucking hot sauce on it, too.
Yeah.
You crazy motherfucker. Goddamn, eat roaches and shit. Goddamn. I want to go out there and eat me a dog.
I got you.
I want a fried cat and dog.
Come on, for they see you saying this.
I fuck with them. They really cook them.
They do.
Ain't disrespect. I ain't seen it. I watched Discovery Channel. They fried dogs and cats. I want a buffet of both.
We got you.
Yeah, I want to be double fisting. Let me look cat. Damn it. And how is this Greyhound? You know what I'm saying? Too
you better be careful.
That's too far to Greyhound. But they really cook them.
They do. The food, the variety is crazy.
I'm with that.
You can't even imagine the menus.
Yeah.
It's not like our menus.
I saw a motherfucker eating a whole bear paw. They had a fucking paw.
Like it goes beyond neck and legs and thighs.
Don't get it, Mr. Scooter. I saw a motherfucker was grilling a bear paw. I said, damn.
Yeah, it gets
It
real
looked kind of good, but I was like, damn, where the bear? Where the rest of the beer? You eat the paw? Throw the motherfucker back. But I want to try it. I ain't trying to disrespect. You know, I love Asian people. You know what I'm saying? They're my favorite women is the Asians.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah,
Okay,
I love a good. I love a little. Yeah, I do like a motherfucker Asian persuasion.
So you got your Asian girl out here?
Yeah, I'm not out here, but I got one. Yeah, I got one.
Now I know what your type is.
Yeah. Asian. If I would go to China too, give me some egg rolls and shit. You know what I mean? Wink, wink. No, but for real though, so as a woman, right, successful, 21-year-old, how has your dating life been?
My dating life has been interesting.
Yeah.
It's been very interesting.
Because they want a successful woman, they say.
Yeah.
They want
people,
and you're young too. You ready to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think people fall in love with the idea of me.
Right.
I think a lot of men approach me because of the idea of having me, but they don't know what to do with me.
Why? Well, why is it so hard to deal with? What the hell is your problem?
It's not hard to deal with. They just literally don't know what to do. Like and not everybody, of course,
Right.
but like I just see it happen. Like, oh dang, she this, she that. Oh man, I want her, and then don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Don't know how to court.
Right.
Don't know how to court me. Don't know how to properly get to know me when there's actually substance. Like you want this high level woman, you want this type of female, but you don't even know how to have a conversation of substance because you're so used to talking to girls that's only thinking about sex.
Right. Very
So
true.
now when that's not the conversation and I'm not all up on you, lusting over you, you don't know what to do or say.
So okay. So that's true to a certain degree. So do you feel like that's a guy who has money and things like that come at you and they're used to women just doing whatever they want, so they like stagnant? It's like boom.
So yeah, it's so funny because every time I speak about my type of guy on the internet, I always say I want a man that's making 6-7 figures or more. And they're like, what? Almost every man I've been on a date with in the past couple months or a year has been 6-7 figure earners.
Right.
So
Because you're in that see what happens is what people be like, what's she talking about, is when they don't fit that demographic.
Yeah.
So in reality, if you're a 6-7 figure earner like you are, you're gonna be in that same category.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm
the
around.
problem is these women don't got nothing, and they say they want all these attributes of a person that's basically a superhero when they're not, but they're a peasant. It's just facts. Like if you don't have the same shit, like you think it's gonna be easy? Nah,
yeah, so
he
it's
might
like
fuck
it's in
you,
your
but he's gonna keep you around.
surroundings. Yeah, exactly. And so dating, I'm not gonna consider it hard. It's just been interesting. I've been learning a lot, and I've been learning a lot about men. Some of them really don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what to do with something
That has substance.
of substance.
Yeah.
That's the word.
I mean, because most guys who do have their own, they do like women that don't, so they can just control the situation.
I just think that's I just think that shows what type of man you are.
I
Just because you
believe
got
it.
your own, just because you got money, don't mean that you are a good man
Yep.
or even a man that has the mindset that you should have. Because, okay, say you got money,
Yep.
but you're lost when it comes to dating and purpose. Like some people got money because something worked, and
Right.
like, listen, all of these ways people crypto or just them learning how to work a computer, now they billionaires. That don't mean that they developed their mindset and did the
Facts.
self work. Because I feel like a real man of value, not only has he worked hard enough to obtain wealth, but he knows the value of having a powerful woman by his side.
Right.
Because he knows how much more y'all can do together. So if you really got this master plan and you want to build a legacy, your life, this is what you imagine, you know how important it is to have the right person to build that with.
I agree.
You know you're going to make way more money with the right person by your side that's not distracting you, that's adding value to you as well.
Yeah, that balance.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That tells me a lot about
Yeah, that's
something.
why I always look for me a woman that has some shit going on too. I can't have a motherfucker. You just freeloading. Like you getting too much glory. Like damn.
Yeah, and I feel like the men who are dating women who are just freeloading, you say, or doesn't really do much for herself.
Right. What you think of them? You know what I'm saying? Be real. This is organically speaking.
I'd be irritated.
Right. I feel you.
It sounds irritating because it's like, okay, like me, I like to get up, I like to work out,
Right.
and I'm I think I've become addicted to business and a little bit obsessive with it.
Yeah.
I can't have a conversation with someone who is the exact opposite, who I can't even talk to about what I'm doing in life.
Right.
I can't talk to you about my campaign.
Right.
I can't talk to you about learning this new skill. I can't talk to you about this investment.
I'm gonna need that.
We don't have nothing to talk about
That's facts.
because everything is not lovey-dovey kisses, sex. No, because a relationship is a partnership.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not just being laid up and, oh, you're my crush or whatever you want to call it. It's really a partnership. It's your
Facts.
life partner.
Yeah, it's a real. I say it's like if we two business-minded people, you know, to put those businesses together. Now we got a real enterprise that we can grow and pass on and make franchises. We got kids.
So
and
now
family members.
you're making those type of decisions when it comes to your kids. What's the plans for your kids? What's the plans for our wealth? How are we going to enjoy our wealth? How are we going to invest it? How are we going to help people along the way? how are we going to live the life that we dream to live?
That's real. So, okay, so it goes back to what you do, right? So you help people, source things out wholesale. How important would it, how legendary would it be if you put a woman in position to source out these things and her significant other got some products he could start too? Have you ever been in a situation, done that for somebody, like you taught her something and she taught him something in a relationship, business-wise?
I've come across, actually, I had a couple who wanted to come to China with me for that reason.
Right.
The only reason they didn't come is because the group had grown too big and they wanted to be a more intimate experience. I think the group I had turned into 30 people.
Yeah.
So they wanted to go with less people, so they didn't go. But yeah, it was a couple. So he wanted to start a clothing business, and she actually found me.
Yeah.
And she told her man, like, hey, she goes to China. She takes people to China. If we go with her, we can go get what we need to build this business.
Right.
And they were just, planning the things together. And I think that's how it should be.
That's legendary.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if a guy is a successful person in whatever he do, right? Say, for instance, he comes to you like, hey, my girl, she fucking want to do hair. I want to, boom, help her start this business. See, that's a good thing.
That's how it's supposed to be. And then that is an example of, what do you bring to the table?
Right. Hell yeah.
If you have substance, when you take away the finances, it's ways that you can add value to your man that's not financial.
I truly
because
believe
when we constantly have to explain ourselves, I'm really tired of having to explain the normal biblical principle of a man being a provider.
Ooh.
But that doesn't take away from the fact that a woman can add value to a man, and the woman should serve her man.
Most
the
definitely.
man serves the woman, and the woman serves the man. It's just in different ways.
Yeah, because when people say that, I always get like taken back when women be like, yeah, it's in the Bible, the provider. Did y'all read the rest of the Bible?
Because the women has a lot to do for the man as well.
Yeah, so do y'all know your part?
Yeah.
You know, and see, another thing too, women fuck up at is that, to be real, most of our lives as men, we were protecting and providing our whole life for our family, our friends, our brothers.
Yeah.
We've been doing this. Have you been practicing the things you should be doing
so it's like,
biblically?
Exactly. You want a provider, man, you want a husband, but okay, do you know you actually have to learn how to be a wife?
Right.
you
want to go right to the Bible for that. They read no more than
because
chapters.
if you don't hold up your end, honey, it's
what
not going to
I
work.
protect and provide you for, you ever know what to do for me? Like, I got you. What do you got me?
Yeah, we got a role too.
We got to work together around this thing. And I don't know. I just feel like it should be more of a cohesive situation.
Yes.
It shouldn't be this. I'm here, you're there. It should be boom together.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of it go wrong, and that's where all these opinions come from. Because again, to each his own. But those who are dating, those men who are dating women, and the women who are dating men, who cannot add value to them, who doesn't reciprocate. That's why people are angry and dislike their partner. You're not even supposed to not like, you're not supposed to not like your partner. Y'all not supposed to be arguing every day.
It's supposed to be everything. It's supposed to be cohesive.
It's supposed to be your peace.
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be goddamn.
It's not supposed to feel
that's
like
why
that.
it runs out over time, because you're coming in with false and misleading intentions.
And it's supposed to be reciprocators.
Right.
You supposed to love him so much like I wanna serve him, and he supposed to love you so much like I wanna serve her. It's supposed to be equal.
Yeah, it's a shame that it became so transactional. I don't know if it's
transactional is the word.
I don't know if it's social media or it's just society.
It's social media and it's music.
Yeah, I think it's
out.
too, but also I think it's society that everything is grandiose, right? We see so many Rolls Royces now. Even now, we in Miami, so we see a lot. But
that's
everywhere you
social
go,
media.
Social media. Now you see all this big ass shit. And you think it's normal when it's not. You're looking at 1% of 1% people that's showing you this. And most people are faking, but the people even doing it, these
still
are
a small percentage.
These are legendary individuals you're watching. Motherfucker, you're not that. You ain't do none of this work. I think you should have all this shit.
And then it just all depends on somebody's personality. If she got her a man that likes to spend, he's a man that likes to spend. Just because he got money doesn't mean he likes to spend.
Right.
His love language is not buying you cars and purses.
It's mine. It got nothing to do with you.
Some men do love to buy
they do.
Cars and purses and whatever the girls like.
Mm-hmm. You
gotta figure out who you dealing with.
You got to, and do that early. Don't be misconstrued.
Do it early, honey.
Early.
I'm big on that. Find out early. I find out early. I ask for stuff just to see.
Oh, so you an instant beggar too?
I'm an instant beggar.
Oh, I just had a conversation with somebody who's a goddamn instant
and
beggar.
I don't care.
Begging from the rip, just came in like this. Help me, son.
You better ask them in my mentorship group. I be like, every time they post how much money they got, I don't care who you are. I be like, buy me a Lamborghini.
Off the rip. Yeah, let me know. Let me filter this shit out. I'm on that.
I be asking people asking my friends to buy me stuff. I don't care.
No wrong. And see, once again, it's the understanding. If we both got understanding, we know where we're working.
I'm gonna set the tone from the start.
Yeah.
I'll set the tone from the start. I'm dating intentionally.
Yeah.
I'm dating for marriage.
Yep.
I'm not here looking to just have a sex buddy.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a text buddy.
Right.
If you don't know what you want, it's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna see if you're a 6-figure earner or 7-figure earner.
You need that.
And then I'm gonna see if you spend.
Ooh, got to spend, huh?
Yeah.
Are you spending too?
Yeah, I would.
Are you spending too?
Yeah, I spend on my
okay,
man.
okay, goddamn. I'm about to say, damn.
I'm not stingy. I'm not stingy with the one I love,
You
but
got-
I'm not entitled to rules and a schedule.
Yeah.
But
Is
I'll
he?
spoil you back.
Oh, you spoiled back?
Yeah.
That's very important. Yeah, because I like to be spoiled. I've been spoiled my whole life. I love to be spoiled.
Yeah, I mean, when
I ain't
you,
big at
I
spoiling
feel like
back
when
either.
you making money together, it's not no limits.
It ain't no thing about it.
Like
Yeah.
it's not no limits.
And my thing too, when people be like, the woman want a guy to take care of everything, and I get that, but my question is, what the fuck you doing with your money then? If I'm paying for everything, which I have no problem with.
I'm sick of that. I'm sick of
Like,
that
what
conversation.
the fuck you doing with your money, baby?
I'm sick of the conversation because thank God that the price of my bills, I don't even blink at it.
Right.
So I know very sure that my partner is not gonna blink at the bills either.
They ain't worried about that.
We're not worried about that.
Yeah.
Like our income is far beyond focusing on how much the rent, lights, and groceries cost.
Yeah, we on some other shit.
Yeah, so it's like we debating on, he's gonna pay the mortgage, why are we having this debate? I feel like the debate is low vibrational.
Right.
And it's not for high level individuals.
It should be already
The conversation is for people who probably shouldn't even be focused on dating.
And that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of this shit that these conversations are for people that don't belong in this realm.
Yeah, because the conversation is, and then this is one thing that shows, just like on the internet with the girls, I'm spoiled.
Right.
This is how you find a rich man. This is how you do that. Do you know how many women that I know? When I tell you they're kept, when I tell you their men are sending them 40,000, 50,000, not because they're tricking on them, because their men just got it like that.
Right.
But they're really living that lifestyle, and they're the most quiet ones.
Right.
They're not on TikTok, how to find a rich man.
No.
Stay at home girlfriend. They're not on TikTok doing that.
That's not real.
The ones that I know living that life,
They're
they're
good
not
women.
talking about it.
The majority of women that have that going on for them, trust and believe, those are some good ass women that take care of home, that treat that man right. Not you bitches that think because you got a little fake fat ass and goddamn titties and you suck dick good. You're not entitled to nothing, baby.
Listen, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Natural versus surgery bodies.
Yeah, that's a big conversation.
It be too much going on.
It's a lot.
Like it doesn't. I don't think it matters.
You don't think it matters?
I don't think it matters. Like I feel like social media made people think that if you got a not even a BBL, because living in Miami, I see great BBLs.
Yeah.
I see BBLs.
Someone be right.
You don't even know that the body just banging. It'll be a
Right.
gym body and she got surgery.
For
Boom.
sure.
So I feel like people thought that the dramatic
The
look
yeah.
was gonna make men spend money on them.
Right.
Listen, those are for strippers.
Yes.
And OnlyFans and things of that nature.
Fun toys.
But I don't think men care about that. I really
Definitely.
think that they care about the type of person you are. Maybe they'll lust after you. Maybe you'll make them fall into temptation. But when
Right.
it comes to them actually falling in love, I think that it doesn't matter if you have a natural body or if you have surgery, if it depends on who you are.
And it's like, you always got, outliners of the situation of a woman that really is, mentally strong and she went through the BBL situation and still a good woman. It's
Yeah.
rare because there's something there that's not right while you're doing that. Because I always say like, damn, okay, you laid on the damn table, almost died for a motherfucker to fuck you more because you got a fat ass.
Nah.
So I'm looking at your ass. What I'm looking at your ass for? So I'm going to fuck this pussy. Like, that what you almost died for, baby? I'm going to look at you like, damn, something wrong. It's most of the time it's a mental problem. I'm an OG. I can read.
Take on it.
It's a mental issue for the most part. Because then on top of that, when they get it done, you never been around these level of guys before that's coming at you now just to fuck.
It's not even a level of guys
Well, what I'm saying,
that attracts a certain
Yeah,
attention.
but-
I was born with a body that looks like a BBL.
Right.
All right.
So you already had that understanding your whole life.
So
You see
I
what I'm saying?
know the attention it brings.
Yeah.
And
you
I
know.
yeah.
See, these women that be 30 now, they got it. They ain't had this their
now
whole
they
life.
shocked that
So now
everybody
they like,
looking at their butt.
there you go. And they like, oh, this guy like me. No, he just fucking. Now your mental all the way fucked
It's
up.
been like that my whole life. People just want to look at my butt. They look at my legs.
Yeah.
Say, oh, you must run track.
Yeah,
like,
they come with that.
it's just, but I'm used to it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, that's all that it does.
Yeah, so, but
It
I ain't
brings all
knocking
that
it because, some of it is right. And once again, some of the women do it the right way. But
yeah, I mean, I'm
overall,
not knocking it because people have their reasons.
Yeah.
Honestly, listen, if I wasn't born with it, I probably
you
would
gonna get it too.
I probably would have got
Go
it
pump that thing
if
up.
I had a little box. I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have got it.
Yeah.
If I ain't had no hips, I probably would have got it. I'm not judging nobody because
Yeah.
again, some people look great,
They do.
and some people probably don't have mental issues. They probably just want
It's about
the
2%
best body
don't.
possible. Yeah, probably small percentage.
But you know what can help them get that body? Guess
What?
what's gonna help them? They
The
can
sh-
finance that body. Like
Finance?
motherfucker hitting you up and starting their own business. How do they do that?
To hit me up and start their own business, all they gotta do is literally get on my page, look out for my free master classes, and qualify to lock in with me. And the only way to qualify to lock in with me is through my free classes. Other than that, they can get my low ticket digital products and get the wholesale vendors, get the ebook. But if you want direct, one-on-one, more intimate mentorship and direction, you got to get in the room with me and get on video with me, get on these calls with me.
Bro.
Then we can talk and actually
And
move
that
forward.
and that master class, like what that entails, that free master class.
So this year I've been focusing on teaching people how to make $10,000 a month passively.
That's tough.
How to master social media marketing and how to obtain over $100,000 in business funding, because I feel like you can only teach what you have done.
Most
And
definitely.
I started making $10,000 a month when I was 16.
Damn. I like that. That sounds good. Shit. 10,000 a month at 16. You want to sell them motherfucking crack out here?
Nah,
I know Chicago motherfuckers sneaking now.
They doing that in Miami. They ain't doing crack.
Oh, they were doing that. What they doing in Chicago?
They doing
Blind
them
TV.
trees. They doing them trees.
Well, they selling weed. They selling weed in Chicago.
Yeah.
Everybody come get them. They shipping it from California. They putting it on the planes and shit. I just seen it. No, I'm saying RP Juice World. Yeah, you gotta be careful out here. So yeah, it's like damn. Teaching motherfuckers to make a minimum of 10,000. That's a good money.
That's the minimum.
That's some good minimum.
That's the minimum.
10,000. They don't put
Yeah.
you in a bracket of freedom.
I got thousands of layouts on how to make $10,000 a month.
What's the number one layout that they use to make 10,000 a month that you got for them?
I was selling my hair vendors for like $19.99, and I made over like $300,000 selling just a hair vendor for $20.
Damn.
So the layout would be to sell a $19.99 product.
Okay.
However many times, I think it's like 7 to 8 sales a day. I don't got my calculator.
Yeah.
It's like 7 to 8 sales a day.
$20. Yeah.
To make like a little bit over $10,000 a month.
Right.
So if you're only selling a $20 product to 7 to 8 people a day,
Right.
minimum, some days you're gonna sell to 20 people, and you
Yeah.
making $10,000. All you gotta do is break these numbers down and
That's
figure out how
10,000 a
many
month,
people,
right?
Yeah, how many people you have to sell to a day to make this X amount of money.
For sure.
Because again, selling a $20 product to 7 people a day, you just made $10,000 a month. Now you're making $120,000 a year.
Yeah.
And that's why I say it's the minimum, because it's really that simple once you actually at least try to break it down.
Nah, that's true, because when I first got into the game of like YouTube and shit, I was going on live stream, and this is like eight years ago for people who was doing all this streaming
You
shit.
was making $10,000 a month 8 years ago.
And let me break it
How
down.
much you making now?
I'm making more than that, you know what I'm saying? Look at the neck, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, Google Mr. Organic Network. It'll talk for you. You know what I'm saying? Chat GPT or whatever you gotta do to see me. But listen though, so yeah, 8 years ago, I was making $10,000 a month, and how I was doing it was through live streaming, right?
Okay.
I went on live stream one day on YouTube. They had super chats. So when I was on there talking and shit, somebody donated like $20, like, hey, Mr. Organic, blah, blah, blah. They want me to say what they wrote.
Oh,
so
wow.
boom, it popped up, and they were like, yeah, Mr. Organic, shot me out, boom. I was like, all right, what's up, man? I saw it, boom, $20. Blah, I said what he said. Then another person, boom, $10. Boom, I'm
So
like,
he needs like what, 8 people to
So
do that
that-
a day.
so-
You making $10,000 a
you
month.
see what I'm saying? So I'm from the streets. So I was like, hold the fuck up. So I was going live stream every day for 2 years straight, amongst
Snap.
have my clothing line, amongst YouTube accents, amongst everything else.
So that was more than $10,000 a month.
Of course, but I'm saying I just made that just on the live stream. I was making from the rip with like 500 followers
You were making over $100,000 a month.
early.
How old were you?
No, not a month. No, I'm tripping, not a month. But I made that in my first year by far. My first year on YouTube, I make over 100,000 just on my live streams and my merch and shit.
Wow.
And people didn't know what I was doing, because how the fuck he got all this money? He just started. But they didn't know my cheat code was that live stream of getting me. First, it was $100 I made that first day. I'm like, damn, if I go there every day, 100 times, that's 3 racks. So if I go hard and go in for hours, I can at least get me motherfucking
You found
300.
your strategy.
I found that strategy.
That's
and
what people
I
don't
stuck to
understand.
it.
It's
and I stuck to it.
strategy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was 8 years. Once again, I'm 43. So, you know what I'm saying? You call me Pops and old nigga
Yeah,
shit.
I was trying not to come here and call you Pops. I
It's all
thought
good.
they said
Because she's
those
21. She definitely could have been my
oh
kid.
my God,
Yeah.
Dad.
That's great. I ain't go that far. Goddamn.
I
Ain't
was
nobody
here,
that.
hey, Dad.
Yeah, I ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? I made this far without them. Ain't no call me. I ain't Pops.
You can't bless me in?
Nah, ain't hell no. I mean, I got to donate or something to the campaign. But for real, though, like, once you know those numbers, see, that's the most important thing.
I figured that out recently because I was at a standstill with my $50,000 months.
Yeah.
All last year I was at a standstill at 50,000. But I got advisors and I got strategy.
Yeah.
And I'm in April, I made over $133,000, and that was my first $100,000 month. But I even surpassed $100,000 once I started implementing more strategies and understanding that, you know, multiple streams of income is important.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then the next one was even crazier. But it's like once you find your niche, you
get rich.
Yeah,
I had to tell them about that from
the
the seed.
richest is in the niches.
You find those motherfucking niches. And you just cook that motherfucker, stay right there. Don't be trying to, no, I'm here. I done found it, motherfucker. I'm going to stay right in this cauldron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then
I'm
people like, oh, you
co-rated.
21, OnlyFans. What is she doing?
They
like,
think your ass out here busting over for the motherfucking dollar.
Exactly.
Why they thinking that of you? Why they put you in that category?
Because probably.
Because you look good.
Probably because I look good. Probably because I'm a black, curvy woman.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
They did that. They put you in that category, black and curvy.
Oh, you must ain't seen me exposing my haters this past
I didn't see that.
They was being real.
They being fucked up out here.
They were being bad.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
And you a hard
I can't
working
even
woman.
say it. I can't even say it on here.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about it. Fuck them people.
Yeah, I can't even
You know
say
what
it
I'm
out loud, but they were being bad. But
saying? Being disrespectful.
it's like, really?
See, that comes with it, though.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
So when I first got in the game, boom, 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 it was all good, you know? Once I really started getting Ferraris, let me get it. Oh, now he a scammer. I'm like, dog.
Exactly.
So I'm going to get to that. So, like,
yeah.
motherfucker, I made millions of dollars. If I'm scamming motherfuckers, where they at? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So have you dealt with that being successful and
People
young?
say I lie about my age.
Right.
People talking about, oh, you've been 21 for 3 years. Okay, I said today, since you know how to count so good, count how many years you've been broke.
Damn, they can't count that because it's been unlimited.
Yeah,
It's their whole life.
you counting how long I've been 21, how long you been broke.
Yeah, they worry about the wrong things, huh?
Worry about the wrong things.
Yeah,
Don't bring the Chicago out of me, because when the Chicago come out,
the guns come out.
I'm
Switch.
a fry you.
No, I'm saying,
I'm a fry you, like literally, like all of that.
yeah, you gonna bake them.
Yeah, I'm gonna bake them. I think
you
it's funny.
gonna Joan on them, as they say in
I bake
Chicago.
them. I think it's funny.
You gonna Joan on them.
Treat them as a joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people who haven't seen my journey and just, you know, something wrong with them.
It's part of it.
Yeah,
though.
they say I lie about my age. They say that I'm a scammer when I've never had to scam nobody in my life.
For what?
And everyone, I was born in 2003, so I don't know I don't ever explain my age, because how do I explain my age?
That's crazy. Well, and what that's gonna do for you? Because once again, even if if it was 3 years ago, it's gonna be obvious.
Yeah, and it's like, really, I can teach you something. If you stop hating, I can teach you something.
Right.
Like,
People like that. It's easy to hate.
yes.
It's so much easier to hate and pull somebody down than push somebody up. You gotta think about that. If somebody climbing up a ladder, you know how easier it is to yank their foot and pull them down?
Yeah, rather
Instead of
than
trying to help
push 'em.
because now I gotta work hard. God damn it, I'm telling you, fuck this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
like, nah, I don't feel like
let
it.
me move out the way, let me climb, bitch. Fuck, gotta push.
Okay.
That's life. It's so much easier to pull a motherfucker down and push them up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
I
like-
want to take the hard road and push people up.
Well, I mean, if they mad now, if they saying crazy stuff now, it's finna get even crazier.
Because
Like-
what is your next? Because we talked before we was at the smoothie shit after the workout. You told me certain vehicles you trying to get into. What the big dog whip you coming with next? And you
Ain't
gotta
nobody-
manifest it now.
I manifested through prayer and through writing it down. Ain't nobody got it.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna say it.
You ain't gonna give it to them because they gonna try to hate on you.
Nah, I'm gonna pop out with it.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you.
I'm gonna pop out
They
with
gonna
it.
try to put some roots on your
Every
shit.
time I've mentioned what I was about to do, or mentioned something I was like about to buy, like it always went wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
It always went wrong. So I'm like, I never believed in the monitoring spirits or people praying on your downfall. I never believed in that.
Yeah.
But I've realized, like, even with my first real estate purchase, I started doing real estate when I was 18. And then, like, I used to be posting before I went under contract.
Yeah.
I used to be posting before we closed the deal. And then it would always flop, always flop. And then one time, like, it was all over social media. One person who I used to be, well, not even friends. One person who used to be like a model for me, associate. Tried to tarnish my character and tarnish everything I was doing in real estate. Like tried to destroy me.
Right.
And all because of the real estate I was doing, like really trying to like go against my plans.
Of course.
And it was like, wow, it's really like evil people out here.
Oh, most definitely.
And when I finally got quiet about my real estate purchases and my moves, that was when I finally closed on deals. Yeah. That's when things was finally fulfilling all the way. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not really speaking on nothing until after it's done.
So was that your darkest moment in your career of being?
Probably so.
Yeah.
It was like it got bad. Like the girl, I was dating somebody. I was secret about my relationship. They started posting my man, and they even started posting my dad. And then everybody started making my dad their profile picture.
Damn.
They leaked my ebook. And then they were saying that I was a liar.
Right.
I was a scammer. And it was like unprovoked.
For sure.
It was literally unprovoked.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy, and it was a lot of people from Chicago. It was my city.
Yeah, it happens.
It wasn't international.
Yeah.
It wasn't Instagram.
It was local jokers.
It was local. It was my city.
Yeah, you gotta leave your hometown to really be, seen in the light you need to be seen. You'll never know how big you are unless you go out of that circle.
Yeah, now I'm out of reach.
Yeah.
Now they in the same position.
Yeah.
And I'm 10, 20 years ahead. Like
smoke they motherfucking ass.
When I tell you I smoked.
So you moved from Chicago here to Miami, right?
Yeah.
And how long you been here?
A year.
And how you feel about Miami?
I love Miami.
Yeah.
The Miami effect is real.
Facts. Can you break down the Miami effect?
The Miami effect is when you come here, you get around like-minded individuals, and your bank account shoot up.
So not only your bank account, your mindset, your everything.
My mindset, my lifestyle habits, my surroundings, my goals, all that, my business.
Everything counts.
Everything.
Because like I said, I'll be in the gym every day. I'll be seeing you in there too. So they don't understand how important that is too. That physical correlates to your.
I feel like your physical correlates to wealth. You're a wealthy person. Your body should look the same. So I've been working on my fitness more than ever and paying attention to the type of foods that I eat.
Right.
What I do with my time in general.
Facts.
Because it's like I'm trying to be great in all areas. And then I hang around people who make more money than me. I love that. They be like, I made $300,000 this week. I'm like, hold on. I love it.
Yeah.
Because I started making more money after I got around these people.
Facts.
Like, I connected with Smitty. That's when I got my first $100,000 month, $133,000 month.
Yeah, it's tough.
Listen, he don't gatekeep.
Yeah.
I connected with him. I had my first $150,000 day. It's like, get around people who's making more money than you, because those are the people who's not going to pull you down. They're going to bring you up, like you said. Yeah. And they're going to give you the game. They're going to give you the strategy. They're going to tell you how to do it.
So was it a mentor situation that elevated you feel like, or was it being around in a good network? Which one benefits you most?
Both. Yeah. Because I do both. I get mentors, and I get around people who's doing better than me or doing just as well as me, at least have a similar mindset. Like, I'm not saying you got to have a certain bank account to hang with.
Of course.
But you got to have a certain type of mindset.
Yeah, that's very important. And then, of course, you're giving that mentorship. So the same thing you use, you give.
That's what people don't realize.
Right.
That's what people don't realize, because I paid over $20,000 to be mentored by one person. And when people come to me, $2,000 too much, $5,000 too much, you're literally paying somebody who's spending $25,000, $50 on their knowledge.
Facts.
You're paying to have access to this person who's paying 10, 20 times more than you.
Right.
So you're really getting access to what I know and what I paid $20,000, $50,000 for not even a fraction of that price.
No question.
You getting $20,000, $50,000 information for $2,000 and $5,000.
Yeah.
So that just shows who doesn't see the value.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you weed people out.
Yeah, that's how you weed people out.
They don't understand the importance of it, because they're trying to hold on to something that they could use to grow with.
And then it's going to be too late by the time you realize the price is going to be up. Now you ain't got no choice but to spend.
And you done wasted that money on some goddamn Taco Bell and shit.
Uh-huh.
And some motherfucking goddamn, you know what I mean? Some motherfucking Chinese food.
Yeah, now you waiting a year. Now you waiting a year. Now I charge $20,000.
See what I'm saying?
Now I charge $30,000. You should have called me when it was $5,000.
And you wasted that money. You could have been putting it into something and
Yep.
going. Because once again, the trials and tribulations of a mentor that they're already been to, not only the time, the money. Yeah, we saving you all the bullshit.
Yeah.
No, but motherfuckers ask me all the time, not only social media, but even like a podcast. I'm like, bro, you don't understand all that comes into this. You got this shit. Got to have edit. You got to have thumbnails. You got to have titles. You got to have reels. You got to have shorts.
I get up every single day. I get my hair done. I get my makeup done. I get outfits. I film.
All that count.
Like,
You wouldn't know unless you're around. So a mentor, like, come with me and look.
Yeah.
I know it looked like on the Instagram. No, you don't understand what it went into that one video.
Yeah,
What it came
you don't
with,
know what it
even that
came
caption
with.
to know what to put in that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know what to put as a caption, motherfucker.
No, you don't.
So you think you'll know what content to put up? Get your goof ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people got to appreciate the mentorship. So, once again, before we get out of here, give them a last, syllabus of greatness you have for them. How to get like you. 21-year-old, 7-figure earner. Like, how can they do that?
First thing you need to do is get a relationship with God. Okay? You need to get a relationship with God. Stop trying to lead yourself. Do not lean on your own understanding. All right? You need God to order your steps. You're trying to plan out your whole life. You trying to start this business that he did not tell you to start. You trying to go move to this city that he didn't tell you to move to.
Right.
He's trying to talk to you and you just won't listen because you have no relationship. So now you're around the wrong people. Now you're at a standstill. You just dealing with the devil. You're just dealing with everything that the devil is putting on you. And once you release that, you're going to get overflow. And then also do not be scared to invest into yourself and invest into the things that you don't know, because how can you do what you don't know? But also be ready to put the work in. If you don't do nothing, you're not going to get nothing.
That's a fact.
No matter what.
Yep.
No matter who you lock in with, no matter who you pay, even if you join my free classes, if you join my mentorship, if you don't do nothing, you're not going to get nothing.
Factory. And how important is that, taking that risk? Because, once again, I always talk about people being stagnant and scared to, take that first step. How important is taking that risk and taking that leap of faith?
The comfort zone is the worst place that you can be.
Mm-hmm.
The worst place that you can be. So if you don't feel uncomfortable, you're not doing enough.
Right.
If you don't get that adrenaline, you need to fall in love with the adrenaline rush of taking a risk. When you like, oh my God, like this feels scary.
Yeah.
I don't know what's about to happen. I'm starting this new venture in my business. I don't know what to expect. That's the feeling you should fall in love with.
Yeah.
So if you're not feeling like that, then there's no growth coming and there's no progress coming, because growth and progress is on the other side of those feelings.
Yeah.
So if you're scared, go to church.
Yeah, it's there for you. Facts.
Because it's going to be scary.
Yeah, you shouldn't be scared. Nothing says in the Bible, only thing you should fear is God.
Exactly.
So if you got something
like, you're going to get
mind,
those feelings.
you're going to get those feelings. And I always correlate fear to being evil, to being like almost like the devil is holding you back. God don't put fear in you. He don't put fear in you. So the only thing you should fear is him. So if it's something you truly want to do, and if something's blocking you right there, that means on the opposite side is where the glory and where your blessings come at. Every time you do that, even if it get a little hard when you do it, eventually you persevere and you have that faith, you're going to win.
Just like God has a plan, the enemy has a plan.
For sure. When
the enemy
God
has
is
a plan
working
for you to not get what God has for you. So those roadblocks is what the enemy is trying to put in place. So if you don't ever get past those roadblocks, you're never going to get to what God has for you.
For sure.
And how do you get to what God has for you? By reading the Bible, by praying, by fasting, because that's how you knock down those barriers. And if you don't knock it down, it's still going to be up.
Yeah, you got to worry about that. And with God's working, the devil's working too. So don't forget that. And he got domain over this earth a little bit more than he should, So, but don't ever worry about it. If you have that in your mind, like, I want to do this, that's God. That's who connected.
He gave you the vision.
He gave you that, nigga. You scared of.
He gave you that vision.
He gonna be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why I gave you that?
He gave you the vision and everything you need. He gave you the vision. Everybody always think of something else that they need. When you really got everything that you need.
Yes.
God can do a lot with a little.
Yeah, what I always say is everything you need, God already gave you. What you want, you gotta earn. You don't deserve it. He gave you everything you want. You know what I'm saying? He gave you the idea. Now, if you need it, if you want it, you got to go earn it.
Exactly.
He gave you the idea. Yeah, you want to, anything you want, you got to earn. Everything you need, you already got.
Exactly.
It's super
you
important.
already got,
So, man, to contact you, how can they contact you, Ariel?
Through Instagram, the Ariel Pryor, TheArielPryor. My YouTube name is the same, The Ariel Pryor. TikTok is The Ariel Pryor. Please watch out for those fake TikTok pages.
Yeah.
I'm not on there asking you for Bitcoin. I'm not asking you for crypto. No, we're not getting married tomorrow. No, we're not in a relationship or a talking stage. That is not me. I don't know who that is, and I'm not texting you on WhatsApp. That's not me. Make sure it's the right TikTok page. Also, Facebook is Ariel Pryor. Do not go trolling my comments, or you're gonna be my exposing. You're gonna be in my exposing my haters series.
What's that on Facebook?
It's on Facebook and Instagram. I'm doing a series exposing my haters.
Oh man, you got to do a
all
full
the
YouTube
old
series.
men who's hating on me.
They gonna do that. That comes with it. It's so crazy. That's when I ain't gonna lie. Every time I know like one of my videos going viral or something is going up, it'd be more negativity on there than positive. That's kind of strange how it works, but it's just part of the game, you know.
Yeah, and it's a joke to me. It's literally funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's not real.
Right?
It's not real.
Yeah, so if you're not the type of person to procrastinate about what you want to do,
Yep.
if you're really ready to get that work in, they need to make sure that they go on my Instagram, my social media.
All the links below in the description.
Yeah,
Yep.
stay tuned for all my free classes, because the free game is what's going to let you know if this is really what you want to do and if you really got what it takes to move forward.
That's a fact. As you're hearing this, people, before we get out here, just understand this is a 21-year-old woman that made herself something out of nothing from, Chicago. We already know who that is out there. It's not an easy place to overcome, your situation, but she did. And not only did she do that, she's giving y'all the game. So if she can do it, you could do it. She started when she was 16 years old. How old are you right now?
I started when I was 14.
14, my bad.
Yeah.
16, what'd you do? 16, that when you got your first
16, my first 100,000.
Yeah, we're going to count that. That's when the money was at.
Yeah.
That was, you got that they ain't got nothing real bad. So that's I'm gonna start with 16. Fuck all that. But listen though, but she made something out of nothing, and she's still going. She still got bigger, dreams than we even know right now, because she's keeping it to herself. Nobody putting no motherfucking wooju on your shit. And I get that, but it's gonna come, and I believe it. And I believe in you.
Watch. Listen.
That's what you tell them. Watch and remember.
Watch.
You know what I'm saying? Don't even think about it. Just
I'm
watch.
having conversations with you on the side about it though.
Come
Hey,
on
listen,
now.
man, what
Yeah,
you
we
think?
gonna
What
talk.
you think? Yeah, we gonna talk.
We
gonna
pulling
talk.
up like this here.
What we doing?
Yeah. Y'all can hate all you want to. We still gonna be great.
Yeah.
But you can be too. Make sure you hit her up. Link below in the description. Once again, it's S.R.T.F, man. From the seed to the root to the tree to the fruit, we gonna keep it organic. Plant your seed today. Don't wait till tomorrow. You never know. It might be a drop tomorrow. You got all your seeds underneath that ground. Ark have been fertilizing. So don't skip no steps either. You plant a seed, the roots got to grow, the tree sprout, then you enjoy the fruit. Now, if somebody around you, right, if they want to be put on, as they always ask, if you was paying attention, nigga, you was there through the process. You was there when the fucking locust came. You saw me exterminate a motherfucker, or you helped me. Now, when them fruit come down, nigga, don't ask for my fruit.
People don't want to be a part of the process. They only want to reap the result.
They want to try to grab the fruit. If you come on the farmer's land, he gonna kill you. So what's gonna happen is, this is my fruit, bitch. I picked it, I eat it. But at the same time,
unless you help and plant some more.
Then I can give you the seeds. If I give you the seeds, motherfucker, you can grow your own orchard. Get the fuck off mine.
Right.
Now we could exchange cucumbers and carrots.
Exactly.
You might be better with the carrots.
But then
I'm
you
a cucumber nigga.
But then you get them the seeds to go make their own.
Come on
and they
now.
act like they don't know what to do.
No, I
then
can't
they
fuck with
blame you.
Now you gonna blame me because
they
you
say
ain't.
you got all this fruit. Why I ain't got none? I gave you the seeds.
Nigga, was you paying attention, bitch, or you trying to freeload on the greatness?
Exactly, goofy.
That's what they try to do. We ain't standing for that.
No,
know what
we're
I'm saying?
not.
We're gonna weed you motherfuckers out.
Exactly.
We're gonna pesticide you bitches.
We gonna find out.
So listen up, man. Make sure you hit her up. Links below. It's Mr. Organik, Mr. Organik, Mr. Organik,
And
Mr.
Ariel.
Organik, and Ariel in the building.
There we
and
go.
we ain't talking about Little Mermaid.
No.
Ain't the mermaid, huh?
Big AP.
Ooh, AP on the wrist. Put him up on that stupid ass.
Not
Shadur.
the little one. Wait. Where we at?
Man, right there. P-Face, P-Panther. Move it to the side. You got the mic covering up shit. God damn it. There you go. Shit.
Period.
Hey, one of them ones.
Uh-huh.
Damn.